Alright, what's to buy in Sword and Shield now, or rather what's about to move up, and what's going on Scarlet Violet. The first four sets are still going up as expected, and also cover celebrations, which I haven't covered in a few days. So, what's gonna go up in Sword and Shield, and possibly what you might want to pick up if you can. Astral Radiance already up. It's been being bought the last couple of days. It's been a pretty obvious thing that was gonna rise. It was just a box that hasn't moved in so long. Like literally, like if I scroll back, I can't even find when it last was like really consistently below 370 or not like 370. Like even scrolling back now, I can't find it. I see a 353 here, but always just back to 370. This is in June, so literally it's been almost 3 months since this has moved, and so people haven't really been wanting it. But like for me, like I just always knew like it doesn't have a top alt art like the other alt art sets. Like Machamp really isn't like no one's like, oh, I really want the Machamp or anything. um, Even Silver Tempest, which isn't as good of a, which is like not the best in the world, has the Lugia, which people really do want. But finally moved officially, so it moved the other day from 370 to 380, and now it's at $400. The demand has been going up for this, and it's all just about value of like, hey, price point. $400 or 380 is like you can get two of these, and instead of a lost origin box, and still save some money. Um, Versus the Fusion Strike box or whatever. So prices go up accordingly. Versus the other comparable sets, like Brilliant Star is getting pretty expensive now, 575. And then Silver Tempest is also getting bought up. So these cheaper ones, around the below $400 range, like when you look at these, all their booster boxes that are good are like $600 now. Chilling Remain is 590. Fusion Strike, you already know it's 1,000. Like Brilliant Stars is almost 600, and so you just get these cheaper ones, which these are the ones to buy or people are going after now. So Astral Radiance, 6 sold, then 5 sold, then 3 sold. It's at 400. You've been seeing the price ladder for a while. Now the price ladder is a little slower, so I think there'll be either a bunch of buyouts of these lower prices, or the big price shifting. The sellers will actually shift their prices, and so we'll see how that goes. Silver Tempest has been being bought up a lot in general. I've been noticing that for a while. It took a lot of resistance for Silver Tempest to finally move up. But it's finally at the point where people have accepted that they have to pay the higher price for it. So it's been selling like 5 a day roughly for the last week. And as a slightly better price ladder, I think, than Asteroids. Price ladders aren't that impressive, but they're going to move up, and the quantities aren't that high. It just kind of takes. I just don't know which days are going to have buyouts. Like if there's days with 7 or 10 or 15, that'll wipe out like a bunch of these, and you will see the price rises. Um, Otherwise, like Silver Tempest technically didn't move today. Asteroids is up 20, and Lost Origin is up about $30. So it's at about 850. The man was two, and there's a couple of them around 850. There's actually like about 5 or 6, and it's still going toward $900. So, in my opinion, as long as there's still momentum in general for Sword and Shield, other booster boxes that temporarily won't increase in price will move up. And we've been seeing massive price rises. Even just look at all this yellow over here. It's been a lot of price rises for a lot of boxes. Yeah, like British Stars was at 450 and now it's at 575. But okay, and then other things for Sword and Shield. So Fusion Strike still on its way toward trying to get to $1,000. So you see at 950s, it'll jump to 980 pretty soon. And one sold yesterday. It's been selling about one a day at least. And then Brilliant Stars sold two yesterday, so the demand is a little better for Brilliant Stars than Fusion Strike. Makes sense because it's cheaper, and it's this is at 575, then 585, so it's heading toward there and going toward 600. So a lot of these boxes really are targeting next price points. Like Fusion Strike is definitely Lost Origin is still definitely going after 900. Fusion still going after 1,000. Brilliant still going after 600. Following Skies, we're seeing technically a slowdown in demand. 2 consecutive days without sales after the big buyouts. So now we're gonna see what happens. If Evolving Skies has a prolonged period without sales, then we'll see maybe some slowdown from that. But right now, people are hesitating to buy up the ones that are $2,500 after this big buyout. So we'll see how that goes. For Chilling Rain, one sold yesterday, and you're just seeing a couple, like two sellers sell 4 boxes for just below 600. It keeps still being slightly below 600 going back. But yeah, if there's a buyout, it'll go back to like 650 or whatever. But it's slowing down technically in momentum. You can see the demand is kind of going down. But as you've seen before, there could be periods of a big gap, and it'll pick up again. So it's kind of okay for these things to have some slowdowns to some extent. Battle styles, I don't know if the price will rise soon, but I keep an eye out for it because the demand has been kind of decent. You see like 8 sold the other day, then 4, then 3. Um, for Vivid Voltage, it's been having like fewer sales. It was supposed to go toward like 250. It didn't quite reach there. Um, but yeah, these two boxes have resistance, but they do have some demand. Battle Styles has a little more demand right now. It is like the cheapest booster box you can get at all. Sword Shield base had one box sold. It went back down to 625, so it dropped like $25. And Darkness Ablaze dropped about $5 after having one sold. With like these earlier boxes, like Rebel Clash, Dark Displays, and Sword Shield, they kind of just flip flop in price a lot. It's pretty common, so I wouldn't like pay attention too much to those. And then because of rotation coming in April. I guess it's almost September, so it's like 7 months now. I don't know the exact date when the rotation comes out goes out of rotation, but a lot of people talked about the pattern where people will buy up the things that are going out of rotation. So the first four Scarlet Violet sets, Paldea Fates at 151. So Paldea Evolved is finally starting to move back up. So it's at 380. I think it's a new high. I think it didn't reach 384. I don't fully remember. I know 385 is a new high. It's been selling about 2 per day, and you're seeing just this one seller at the top with 4, and then you're seeing 385, and then 390 coming up. So it's starting to really make its run toward $400. Especially you're gonna definitely see momentum now because Scarlet Violet was kind of slowing down, but you see like the last 2 days, the first four Scarlet Violet sets have just gone up so much. They're going through a good repricing, as I think Radio would call it. Like these have been undervalued and they're starting to be repriced appropriately. Stadium Flames and Paradox Drift, which did go up quite a bit yesterday, I've still gone up about $3 to $5. So Paldea Evolved still moving up. Stadium Flames is at about 284 now, and or 285. It's going toward 290. Yeah, it's really making a run for $300 soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if it hits that. Um, Paradox Drift is a little slower. It sold one yesterday, one today, and there's still more boxes around 250 or roughly 250. So it's not it doesn't seem as fast as Stadium to rise. And the Scarlet base did go up. I did mention that it would probably start going up. It's at 234 now. Might be a new high. I think the high so far was 230. So 2 sold, and yeah, it's heading toward like 240. The other Scarlet Violet boxes are a little slower. Temporal Force sold 2 yesterday. Some people think that this won't get reprinted. It's also a little short printed, but as similar to before, just heading toward 240, 245. Surging Sparks sold 8 yesterday. A lot of the boxes are clustering around 250 right now. I'm not really sure if it'll be able to break out that soon, but I do see a lot of people trying to sell for 250. Yeah, there's a good amount of supply over here. This is and I didn't see this before, but TC saw Devastation all cards. This is a ton of boxes to go through, which it's not impossible to get through with Surging Sparks demand, but it is quite a lot. And then Twilight, I was hoping it was making towards run toward 300. It still could. It just kind of has to pick up in demand. But I think a lot more attention is going to early Scarlet Violets. And then Stellar Crown sold 0 yesterday. It hasn't been selling as much, so it's been aiming for 240 for a while. But I keep seeing more and more boxes. There's 5 boxes now at around 235. And then for celebrations, the UPCs they might really be going toward $900 now. So I see a little bit of demand. Like none sold yesterday. There was a big buyout the other day, 18 sold, and since then there's been one sale, and 0 and another sale, and then the other day there was 3 sold. So there's only 3 left until 875 and 890. So it is making a run to around $900 again. Um, ETBs, they've been still selling pretty consistently. Actually, demand's been a little higher lately. It was about 1 per day, and now you see the bars have a little bit of height, so it's more like 2 per day. The price has been kind of lower still. It's usually about, this is at 230, 245, 250. So there's one cheaper one available, but it hasn't really moved up in price. But demand's still pretty consistent. For PCTBs, they took a little break, and then we see like 2, 1, and 2 sold. So there's a little consistency there. I think I keep trying to make breaks for about $400, but not quite reaching there. Packs haven't sold that much. There were like 5 packs sold and 13 packs sold the last couple of days. These lunch boxes sold 2 yesterday, And now I see that they're about 125. And then trying to get like 130. And this Pikachu V box, I'm seeing like consistent demand. It's suddenly people suddenly stop buying it. That wraps things up for this video. I hope you walked away with a better understanding of the market. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more deep dives in the Pokemon market. Tell me what's the next big investment you're considering in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later.